Hello, all viewers. My name is Renske. I'm from Blogs, and today we're with the head of Contest Twan from the Nieuwenhuijzen. Hello.
Hello, thanks for having me.
How are you?
Good, really good, yeah.
So today we'll ask Twan a few questions about his work and preparation for Eurovision 2021, about the running order, and also a little bit about the live on tape performances, because he's also responsible for that.
We are, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a big responsibility. It's an extra responsibility, of course. And not only for our team, but also for the 40 teams, for the 40 delegations.
Yeah.
They all have to, that's an extra obligation they have to provide. So it asks a lot of extra creativity, energy, and time for all of us, yeah.
I can imagine. And as I already said, you're head of contest. Can you maybe tell our viewers what that exactly entails? What are your tasks?
Yes. The task of our team is to help all 40 delegations to create their dreams and their ambitions and their plans. So they all have those, very elaborated plans sometimes, and they have all kind of wishes and creative dreams and explosions. And it's up for us to try to achieve as much as they want. And there's a lot of things are possible, of course.
Yes.
But sometimes something they ask is not according to the rules.
Oh.
And then I have to say no. And sometimes some things are very nice thought of, but we also have to make it reality. And sometimes not everything you dream of can be real. So that's also a no.
I can imagine that it's quite hard. What kind of things do we think of then when we can't realize a certain performance?
The most important thing is that everything they want in their act, our guys and girls, should be able to put it on stage within the 35 seconds that's in between the two acts. When people at home see a postcard, but of course, you were with Eurovision, you know how many people will work very hard in this very tiny time frame to prepare everything. So when it's too much or too complicated, or everything has to be connected, of course there's a lot of power issues as well sometimes, then we have to say, okay, we understand what you want, but we have to take a second look at it and maybe make it a bit simpler or a bit smaller, or find another solution. So we did start our collaboration with all 40 delegations on the 4th of January, when we sent out an email introducing ourselves and saying, okay, this is the contest team and we are here. So if you have any plans already you would like to share with us or have our opinion on it, please do. So we're very glad that, a lot of delegations did reach out to us in an early stage. So we could start talking with them and trying to understand what they want and sort things out. Is it possible to create the thing you want? So that's the task of our team, help them realizing their ambitions and dreams.
That's a lot of work, I can imagine.
It is a lot of work. It's also very fun to do. I can imagine another production. You are talking to people from Iceland and from San Marino and from Georgia and all across Europe and beyond, of course. So it's a lot of work, but we do it with a lot of pleasure as well.
And what does exactly one day of your life looks like? How late in the morning do you start?
Every day is
different.
Is totally different. Today we have 3 backup videos this afternoon and also one in the evening. We're almost there. We did so far 35 backup videos. Before our chat, we had the contest coffee call. That's the way we start every day, because everyone's working mostly at home or at different places. So we start the day, just what's going on, new emails, new things we have to do, make a decision on. So that's how we start the day. Every day is totally different, and I love it.
Yeah, I can imagine. And you already said that sometimes these live on tape performances are quite late in the evening as well. You told me that a little bit on the way to our chat. Maybe you can say a little bit about that as well.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot delegations have to do for the LOT, for the backup video recording. But they are free in choosing the time and date they do it, before the deadline, of course. So, well, I think a nice example is Portugal. Of course, it's for those countries who have a national final to do it within the circumstance of their studio setup and everything. So Portugal decided to do it right after their final. So we received an email of Carla, the Portuguese head of delegation. We have a very good relationship. And she emailed us, okay, we're going to do it right after we have a winner. We need an hour to clean the studio a bit. So in my head, I was seeing some guys and girls from production. All the confetti brooming away. And so we can start, I think, at 2 o'clock at night. Okay. And then I realized in Portugal, it's 1 hour earlier. So that was 3 o'clock in the night for us. So my colleague Emily and I, we went to bed, put on our alarm at 2:30 and get up in front of the camera and watching the Portuguese backup video recording.
It's not quite a 9 to 5 job.
No, it isn't. No.
So we hope, of course, that these live on tape performances will not be used and that all the artists can go to Rotterdam. Can you maybe...
I surely hope that as well, of course. Yeah.
Is that also what you are expecting, that all the artists are able to travel to the Netherlands? Yeah,
at this point we think we will see all artists, or mostly all artists in Rotterdam, and I'm surely hope that will be the case, of course, and we don't need those backup videos. It's now the end of March. They have to be there at the beginning of May, so of course we don't know what will happen in the world. But I have a pretty strong feeling most of the artists, maybe all artists, will be there. What I certainly can say is that all delegations we talk with, they immediately say, we want to be there, our country needs it, our artist wants to come. One person also said, oh, when you need me next Saturday, we will get in the car and drive all the way to the Netherlands to be there. So the urge to be there is very strong, I think.
That's great to hear.
Yep.
And then, of course, there's still a few preparations for the show to be done. For example, the running order. When will that be revealed?
Well, we did have 2 sessions about the running order with our team. So that's not only me, but also the head of show is also involved, and our multicam directors, of course. And so it's said and done. And now we've sent it to the EBU. They, of course, have a say in it as well. So I'm waiting for a hopefully positive response on that. And then I think we will be able to publish it the coming week.
And how will the EBU look at it? Will they make changes generally, or do they is it more of a formal thing?
So far as I know, mostly there aren't any changes or much changes. So it's also a formality, of course. So yeah.
But how many people do you work on such a running order? Because I can imagine it's quite a large discussion to determine who sings when.
Well, when we had the first meeting about the running order, all disciplines are on board, to say. So it's not only the contest, but it's also the head of show, of course, because there's a full package of the program. The contest is the heart, but there's a show around it. But also our multicam directors are there, someone from the technical production team as well, because there's all the knowledge about props and extras and changeover times and everything. And of course our executives are also there. So yeah, all disciplines on the table. We are with 8 people. We start listening to the acts again, but also we have all those input from the countries, because we've had speed dates with all of them.
Speed dates.
So we know more about the act, about what they're trying to achieve, about difficulties that might have been. So yeah, it's a complex puzzle, and I think we managed really well. Yeah.
What is actually the most complex part of the puzzle? The staging or the song? What is weigh the most when deciding?
Yeah, that's difficult to say. I think we do take everything in account. So that's the difficulty. I think if you, for example, I know fans do it sometimes to arrange their preferred running order, something like that.
Yes.
And then, of course, they only can relate to the video clip, the music video they saw, and maybe their personal taste, of course. But for us, there's more than that. It's also about the technical part. It's also about the change over time. So that's, yeah, there's more to it than sometimes fans know and see. I know fans, and especially the VB Blocks fans, they think they know everything, but well, sometimes there are some
They're quite knowledgeable.
secrets as well. Yeah.
Oh, see. So we're in for some surprises as well for the...
I surely hope, yeah. We would love to have some surprises for everyone, for the viewers, and especially for the fans, because if you know everything, then it's also a bit dull. So I think when you are at home watching maybe with some friends and drinks and snacks, there have to be some surprises. So I'm sure we'll have some surprises for you in the pocket, yes.
I hope so. And last question, of course you're still very much preparing the show. Are there any things you want our fans and your viewers and the viewers of Eurovision 2021 to know already? Some details you can reveal?
I really think we all can expect a really nice show. I think, of course, you also can tell musically there's everything in it.
Yes.
From Italian rock, gospel-y songs, more, let's say, traditional Eurovision songs with a female singer and dancers around it. So there's everything in it. And I think the way we put the running order together, it's also going to be a very varied show. And there's a lot to see and a lot to hear and a lot show going on. So people who are afraid that maybe because of the pandemic everything is very silent, no, it's not going to be a silent Eurovision with only ballads and no. There's a lot to expect.
That's great to hear. Thank you very much for the interview.
You're welcome.
And thank you for the rest of the NPO team as well who is sitting behind. And so that was it for our interview. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. You can follow WeBlogs on all the social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And that's bye-bye for now.
Bye.